everyone and welcome to Era Tutorials. I am Aarti Naik and today I am going to teach you class 8 subject English unit 2 2.4 The Happy Prince. This is a really beautiful story. You will enjoy it. Let us start with 2.5 The Happy Prince. Before we start the story of Happy Prince, let us go through the warming up. Question number 1. There are different types of short stories. Use a dictionary or internet and find out what each of the following types refer to. First is fable. Fable means a moral bearing story with animal character. For example, Panchatantra. Then anecdote are the short amusing account of an incident. That means short story but which gives us which teaches us lots of things. Then fairy tale. Fairy tale are the stories having supernatural characters, a moral for children. Then parable, having religious base and message or moral. Then tragedy. Tragedy is a serious end which ends in a tragedy. Then humorous story. These stories are causing laughter and amusement. Then detective story. The detective story has the plot revolve around the investigation and solving of the crime. Then myth. It is originated in ancient times but authorship is not known. Question number 2. Have you heard of birds that fly from one part of the world to another in small or large flocks? They are called migratory birds. Discuss and write down 2 reasons why they migrate and return. So, why these birds are migrating? These birds are migratory birds migrate for food and warmth. They return when the food supplies in their home area is stabilized and winter changes to summer again. So, in some area winter is so in winter too much cold is there and birds are unable to bear with that coolness, and that's why they move to the place where they can get warmth, and that's why they migrate. Question number 3. Speech or dialogue can be reported in 2 ways, direct and indirect speech. When the exact word of the speaker are reported, we call it direct speech, and when the exact word of the speaker are not reported but just it contains, we call it indirect speech. For example, direct speech, Amar said, I shall come to meet you tomorrow, Sanket. So now Amar is speaking with Sanket. So Amar is the speaker, Amar is reporting the speech. So it is direct speech. Now indirect speech. Amar told Sanket that he would go to meet him the next day. So now here whatever the talk is there between Amar and Sanket is third person is telling us, and that's why it is indirect speech. So speech or dialogue can be reported in 2 ways. Okay, so now note down the changes you observe in indirect speech. So first, there are no inverted commas in indirect speech. If you see direct speech, inverted commas are there, but if you observe indirect speech, inverted commas are not there. Then the verb changes in indirect speech. Okay, so come become go. There is a change in adverb in indirect speech. So adverb, that means what time is said, tomorrow, tomorrow changes to the next day. The word that is added in indirect speech. So here you can say that is added in indirect speech which is not present in direct speech. Let us start with the story, The Happy Prince. The statue of Happy Prince stood high above the city. It was covered with gold. Its eyes were bright blue jewels, and a red jewel hung from its waist. Everyone thought that it was very beautiful. Okay, so here is the story of the Happy Prince. Means Happy Prince statue is there, and that statue is covered with gold, and its eyes bright blue jewels, and red jewel hung from its waist. So, and everybody thought that as the prince is very beautiful, prince is happy. Why aren't you like the happy prince? Mother said to their little boys when they cried. Sad man looked at the statue and said, I'm glad that someone in the world is happy. One night a little swallow flew alone over the city. His friends had gone away, but he had stayed behind for 6 weeks. Where can I stay tonight? He thought. Now, here we are talking about the little swallow is a little bird. This bird is migratory bird. His friends already moved from their place 6 weeks ago. Now he remained behind. He he missed his friends. Now he is alone and he want to complete that journey so that he can meet his friend. So now it is night. At night he cannot fly. So he thought that where he should spend this night. Then he saw the statue. I will stay there, he thought. It is high up, so there is plenty of fresh air. So he decided to stay next to the statue. He landed between the feet of the happy prince. I have a golden bedroom, he thought. But as he put his head under his wing, a large drop of water fell on him. He looked up. That is very strange, he thought. There is not a cloud in the sky, but it is raining. Then another drop fell. I cannot stay on a statue that does not keep me dry, he thought, because birds don't like to get wet. Okay, so he thought that if I will stay here, then what will happen? Drops will fall on me and I will become wet. I don't like that thing. So I should leave the place. I must find another place. And he decided to fly away. But as he opened his wings, a third drop fell. He looked up and saw, what did he see? The eyes of the happy prince were full of tears. And that's why bird was surprised that this is the statue of happy prince and happy prince should not cry. So he was very surprised. Tears rolled down his golden face. The face was very beautiful in the moonlight, and the swallow felt sorry for him. That why the bird felt very sorry for happy prince, that though the prince is happy and then also he is crying. Who are you? Asked the bird. I am the happy prince. Then why are you crying? I am wet with your tears. When I was alive, said the prince, I had a heart like every other man, but I did not know what tears were. I lived in a palace where there was no sadness. In the daytime, I played with my friends in a beautiful garden, and in the evening, I danced. There was a high wall around the garden, but I did not know what lay on the other side. So I was called Happy Prince. I was pleased with my little world. Now I am dead, and they have put me up here. I can see all unhappiness of my city. My heart now is made of a cheap metal, but even that poor heart can feel, and so I cry. Oh, said the swallow to himself, he is not only gold on the outside, that means inside also he has lots of love for others. Far away from here, said the happy prince in a low voice, there is a poor house in a little street. Through an open window, I can see a woman at a table. Her face is very thin and she has rough red hands. She is making a dress for one of the queen's ladies for a dance in the palace. Her little boy is lying on the bed in the corner of the room. He is very ill. He is crying because she can only give him water from the river. Little bird, will you take my red jewel to her? I cannot move from here. That means now Prince is able to see unhappiness of the city. When he was alive, fortunately he did not go across any type of unhappiness. But after his death, when his statue is kept at the high level, now he can see unhappiness. So from long time, Happy Prince is observing a poor woman. She is making a dress for queen's ladies so that she can earn some money and she can give some food and water to his to her son. So now he is ill and he mother is unable to take care of son because she want to earn money so that she can give treatment to her son. So now little prince is feeling very bad for her. He is very sorry for her and that's why he want to help her. So what he said to little bird, will you take my red jewel to her so that she can sold out that jewel and she can have money. Now I cannot move from here, so will you do that work for me? My friends are waiting for me in Egypt, said the swallow. Little bird, said the prince, please stay. The boy is crying and his mother is so unhappy. The happy prince looked very sad, and the little swallow was sorry for him. It is very cold here, he said, but I will stay with you for one night. Tomorrow I will take the jewel. Thank you, little bird, said the prince. So the swallow took the great red jewel from the prince's waist and flew away with it over the roofs of the town. He passed the palace and heard the sound of dancing. The bird passed over the river and flew and flew. At last he came to the poor little house and looked inside. The boy was laying on the bed. The mother was asleep. She was so tired. He flew in and put the great red jewel on the table. Then he flew around the bed, moving the air around the boy's face with his wing. Oh, said the boy, my face does not feel so hot. I think I am getting better. And he fell asleep. Then the swallow flew back to the happy prince. It is strange, the swallow said. It is very cold, but I feel quite warm. That is because you have done a good thing, said the prince. The little swallow fell asleep. When day came, swallow flew down to the river for a bath. A clever man saw him. That is very unusual, he said. That kind of bird here in winter. I must write that down. I will go to Egypt tonight, thought the swallow. When the moon came up, he flew back to the happy prince. Can I do anything for you in Egypt? He said. Little bird, said the prince, please, will you stay with me for one more night? My friends are waiting for me, answered the bird. Far away across the city. Now again, Happy Prince wants some help, some favor from the bird. Now actually the cold every day by day, the winter is, coolness is increasing in the atmosphere and it is difficult for bird to survive there. And that's why bird is requesting prince that now I want to go. But prince thought that only the bird can help him out. So again he started telling him about someone else. That far away across the city, said the prince, I can see a young writer in a little room at the top of the house. He is sitting at a table that is covered with papers. At his side there are some dead flowers. He is trying to finish a story, but he is very cold and but he is very cold and he cannot write. There is no fire in the room and he is weak and hungry. I will wait with you for one more night, said the swallow kindly. What shall I take to him? Take him one of my eye, said the prince. They are made of beautiful blue stones. The young man can sell it and buy wood and food. He can finish his story. Take out your eye, dear prince, said the swallow. I cannot do that, and he began to cry. Do it, said the prince, because bird was not ready to take out his eyes, because with the help of eyes only he was able to see what things are happening in his city. So the swallow took out the prince's eye and flew away to the young man's room. It was easy to get in because there was a hole in the roof. The young man was sitting with his head in his hand, so he did not hear the bird's wing. When he looked up, a beautiful blue jewel was lying on the dead flowers. Someone likes my stories, he cried happily. This is a gift from someone who has read my books. Now I can finish writing this story. On the next day, the swallow flew down to the river. He watched the seaman working on the ship. I am going to Egypt, he cried, but no one listened to him. When the moon came up, he flew back to the happy prince. I have come to say goodbye to you, he said. Little bird, said the prince, please, will you stay with me for one more night? Now, again, happy prince want one favor from the bird. But what bird said? It is winter, answered the swallow. The snow will soon come. In Egypt, the sun is warm and the trees are green. Dear prince, I must leave you, but I will never forget you. A little girl is standing there in the square below. She is selling eggs. Her eggs have fallen on the ground and they are broken. She has no money to take home. Her father will hit her. Take out my other eye and give it to her. I will stay with you for one more night, said the swallow. But I cannot take out your other eye. You will not be able to see. Do it, said the prince. So the swallow took out the prince's other eye and flew down with it. He flew to the girl and put the jewel in her hand. This is a beautiful piece of glass, cried the little girl. She ran home laughing. Then the swallow flew back to the prince. You cannot see now, he said, so I will stay with you. So now bird decided that now prince is unable to see, so I must wait for the prince and I will tell him what the things are going around him. No, said the poor prince, you must go to Egypt. I will stay with you, repeated the swallow, and he slept at prince's feet. The next day he stayed with the prince. He told the prince stories about the strange land that he knew. Dear little bird, said the prince, you are telling me about the strange and wonderful things, but the suffering of man and woman is stranger than anything. Fly over my city, little bird. Tell me what you see there. So the swallow flew over the great city. He saw the poor people sitting at the gate. He flew into the dark street and saw the white faces of hungry children. With sad eyes under a bridge, two little boys were lying close together to keep warm. We are so hungry, they said. You cannot lie there, shouted a guard. Then the swallow flew back and told the prince. I am covered with fine gold, said the prince. Take it off piece by piece and give it to my poor people. The swallow pulled off the gold until the happy prince looked grey and ugly. The swallow took the gold to the poor, and the children's faces became brighter. We have bread now, they cried. Then the snow came. Ice followed the snow and hung down from the roof of the houses. Everyone wore thick coats. Everyone wore thick coats. The little swallow became colder. He did not leave the prince because he loved him very much, but he was dying. Goodbye, dear prince, he said. I am glad that you are going to Egypt, said the prince. You have stayed too long. I am not going to Egypt, said the swallow. I am going to the house of God. It fell down dead at his feet. Then there was a strange sound inside the statue. Crack! The metal heart broke in two pieces. Early next morning, an important man in the city was walking below with two of his friends. He looked up at the statue. The happy prince does not look very bright, he said. The red stone has disappeared, his eyes are not there, and he is not golden. He looks like a beggar. Yes, he does, said the man's friend. Here is a dead swallow at his feet, said the officer. We must make an order that the birds cannot die here. That means no one has respect about what these two, Miss Bird and the prince has did. What they did, no one is knowing, but even they don't have that much respect also to admire them. Instead of that, they are trying to pull down. So they pulled down the statue of the happy prince and put it in the fire. A stream of bright metal ran out. This is strange, said the workman. This broken piece in the middle of the statue has stayed hard. We must throw it away. So they threw it away with the dead bird. God said to his servant, bring me the two best things in the city. They brought him the broken heart and the dead bird. Yes, you have brought the right things, God said. The little swallow will sing forever in my garden, and the happy prince will stand in my city of gold. That means those who are taking care of others, those who are worried about others, on earth nobody is there to looking after them, but God is always ready to accept them, and God is always ready to give them privileges. So that is all about the story of Happy Prince. I hope that everybody might have enjoyed this story. If you have any difficulty, please write down in comment box, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.